Hello again YouTube, and welcome to another video from my random hobbies. Today we're opening up a package that arrived today, so let's get into it. Okay, so I ordered a comic the other day, which I've been looking for a little while. They're not hard to come by, to be fair. But I wanted to get it at a reasonably cheap price. So it's come wrapped and then obviously sandwiched between cardboard. It actually came in a little bag as well, but here it is. This is a copy of the Beano from 1987 and on the 7th of February. So it's issue number 2325. And the significance of this is that the 7th of February obviously being my birthday, and 1987 was about the time I was reading it. Certainly I would be 10, probably the last year-ish of primary school, maybe another year to go, I can't remember now. And I probably was reading it a little bit before, so it's probably about the time I was beginning to sort of move on to other reading material, if you like. But the Beano I enjoyed. Every Saturday I would go to the newsagents that was down the road, and I would pay my then 18 pence for a copy of the Beano. I think it's nearly £3 a copy now, because I'm assuming because printed stuff isn't as popular anymore. It's all digital, so I guess it costs more to produce less. So there we go. So obviously we've got Dennis the Menace and Nasha always on the front there. My brother used to get the Dandy. Trying to think, Desperate Dan and Corky the Cat, I think, were the main characters there. So we've got Dennis obviously always picking on Walter, the softie. And usually that was on the front and the back. So there was a sort of like a running story that top and tailed the comic, if you like. Then inside, just going to go through some of the characters that appeared. It might be a trip down memory lane for some of you all. So we've got Ivy the Terrible, little toddler, always getting into bother and mischief. Then we've got Billy Whiz, who kept running around at 1,000,000 miles an hour everywhere. Minnie the Minx, just a naughty girl really, always getting into trouble and causing problems for her mum and dad. Then we had Lord Snooty. I'd forgotten about him, but I do remember him as a character. And then Ball Boy was another one. Again, just obsessed with football, as I think most little boys were. Rasher, I thought that was a very strange character. Even when I was young, I thought Rasher was an odd character, just a pig really, story of a pig. And then on the other page there's the letters page. People would write in actual pen and ink, send it in an envelope with a stamp to try and get published in the comic. I probably did at some point or other. And then also down the bottom here, there is a notice for the Dennis the Menace fan club. And with that, you've got a metal badge with Dennis the Menace on, and a furry badge, which was Nasha. And it was sort of furry with googly eyes stuck on it, I seem to remember. And I think you've got a card as well, like a wallet-sized card to say you were a member of the club. Then we have the other sort of main favourites, if you like, in the comic were the Bash Street Kids and all the sort of mischief they got up to in school, and putting their teacher through quite a lot of misery as well, if I remember rightly. Then Calamity James. He never seemed to be able to catch a break. Some things, bad things were always happening to him. Then Pup Parade. Now, to my mind, this was just a rehash of the Bash Street Kids in animal form, really. Even down to the little hats and things that they wore. It kind of was the same thing. I don't remember this character, which was simply Smithy. I seem to remember, I think Smithy was maybe one of the Bash Street Kids, maybe. And for some reason got his own little spin-off cartoon strip. Then we have Babyface Finlayson. I think he was essentially a an adult but looked like a baby and tried to get away with all sorts of crimes as a result. Roger the Dodger, he was another sort of pretty standard character in the Beano, long-standing character. And then almost at the end, we've got Smudge, constantly dirty, filthy, and avoiding getting washed. And then to finish the comic, before the back page, Nasha and Nipper. And again, Nipper was a little bit of a later addition. I believe it was either Nasha's son or nephew, or something like that. Obviously had the one sharp, pointy tooth. But that's a trip down memory lane for me. I'll put this in a protector, and then I will keep it somewhere safe. Again, it's more just a keepsake to remind me of my childhood and the things I enjoyed. And actually, I will enjoy flicking through this and having a read of some of the stories as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that trip down memory lane, and I will see you again for another episode from My Random Hobbies soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.